cutting all ties with his mother. The son grabbed an iron bar and broke her arm. At that moment, the woman deeply regretted ever adopting this scoundrel years ago. The son did not realize his mistake. On the contrary, he ordered the guards to continue beating his mother. What he didn't know was that his mother was not just an ordinary housemaid. Her true identity was that of the president of the Lin Group, and the son would also pay a painful price for his actions. Many years earlier, the woman's biological son had died in an accident. Heartbroken, she gave up her life of wealth and chose to leave. She hid her identity and became just a simple cleaning lady. One day, while sweeping the street, she saw two children being thrown out a noodle shop by the owner. They hadn't eaten for 3 days. With compassion, the woman offered them a meal. After asking around, she learned they were orphans. Not only could they not afford food, they also had no money to go to school. The woman immediately thought of her son who had just died, and so she decided to adopt the two orphans. Even though she was just a street sweeper, she thought if the two children lived with her, they would at least not suffer from hunger or cold. By saving little by little, she could even pay for their schooling. The two children immediately began calling her mom. From then on, she rose before dawn and worked late into the night, juggling 3 jobs a day. Though life was poor, she always gave the very best of everything to her two adopted sons. The two boys made her proud. Both were admitted to Harvard University. Today was their graduation day. The woman dressed appropriately to attend the ceremony, but she was stopped by a line of luxury cars. They had come to take her home because her husband, the president of the Lin Group, had died the night before from serious illness. Before dying, the president still felt guilty about what had happened years ago. At the time, because he had been with his mistress, their 7-year-old son had died in a car accident. To compensate the woman, the president transferred all the Lin Group assets under her name. Now, the woman was the sole heir of the Lin Group. She thought of her two adopted sons who had just graduated. As their mother, she had to open the path for their future. So, she agreed to take over the Lin Group. But before that, she wanted to attend her son's graduation ceremony. At the same time, she ordered her assistant to arrange for her two adopted sons to enter the Lin Group. She even planned to one day leave the company to them. To her great surprise, the younger son, in order to enter the company, involved himself with a business partner of the group. Seeing his younger brother get too close to that partner, the elder brother immediately pulled him aside. He warned him to keep his distance from that person. But the younger brother said he no longer wanted to live in poverty. Now he had to seize every opportunity to change his life. He even encouraged his older brother to call this partner their godmother, so that they could both enter the Lin Group as management interns. Their careers would then soar. The elder brother told him to shut up. He reminded him that their mother had swept the streets to raise them, and now his younger brother wanted to recognize a stranger as their mother. Their mother's birthday was approaching. If she ever found out, she would surely be heartbroken. The younger brother said he had prepared a birthday gift for their mother. When the elder brother looked, he found it was a nail clipper worth only $2. The elder brother flew into a rage. Their mother gave him $2,000 a month for expenses, and yet he had bought a $2 nail clipper as a birthday gift. Meanwhile, the younger brother had given the business partner an expensive gemstone necklace, saying it was a gift to commemorate the 10 days they had known each other. The elder brother looked at the cheap nail clipper in his hand, then at the valuable necklace, and he immediately felt deeply humiliated. He couldn't stop himself from scolding his younger brother. At that moment, their mother, full of joy, arrived. Instead of attending their graduation, she had come to see them. When the younger brother saw his mother arrive, he immediately grew evasive. He felt embarrassed by her presence. Impatiently, he told her to go home right away. The woman thought that her younger son hadn't come home for several days, so she had specially brought him his favorite dish, stir-fried pork with green peppers. Out of pride, the younger son stubbornly refused to accept it. In the end, he angrily threw the packed meal to the ground, then insulted his mother, accusing her of embarrassing him on purpose. He then publicly declared that he was cutting all ties with his mother. He had no idea yet that this decision would later plunge him into deep regret.